Hello, friends. All right, I am just checking to make sure we are live. Got to run multiple devices to make this happen. If you are jumping on, please say hi, say hello. Let me know you're online tonight. That just tells us who's here. Make sure everybody can see it okay. Also, it gets you entered into some really fun prizes during. Oh, there we go. Oops, sorry. So that's going to get you entered into some really fun prizes. So definitely say hi, say hello. Let me know that you're here with us. Make sure we're on the right page. So excited. All right. Hi, friends. Thank you for joining me today. I am bringing you some really fun new stuff. It is the 12 days of Stampin' Up! Christmas. So I am super excited to share with you all of my most favorite Stampin' Up! Items. So I decided, and if you know me at all, to start with my very most favorite. So before I get too into it, let me just introduce myself. Hi guys, my name is Tracy Allen. I am a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator. I have been a demonstrator now for just almost 2 years. I love, love, love what I do. I get to create and then I get to share it, which what an awesome thing to be able to do is to share all of this with all of you. So I'm excited to do that today. I've got some really fun things to share. But let me tell you a little bit about this 12 days of Stampin' Up! Christmas. So for the next 12 days, every single day I'm going to be bringing you something, maybe something you didn't know we had, or probably one of my favorite tools, or one of my favorite stamp sets, or one of my favorite bundles, or just I picked 12 things that I really love the most, and every day I'm going to showcase that item. I'm either going to showcase it with a live like today, or I'm going to showcase it with some pictures and some demonstrations for you, maybe some video clips of how you can use that item. So stay tuned for the next 12 days. Check back in with us because I don't want you to miss out on all of the fun. You can see I've got one of my cards here. So don't miss out on the fun. And there's going to be some really great prizes along the way. So for instance, this is our first live. And so today I'm going to be giving away some of our awesome holiday embellishments. So all you need to do to get entered into that drawing is you just need to comment on the live. That's it. You just say hi, say hello, let me know how you're doing. Now, if you take it one step further and you share this live, that's going to get you 2 entries into the drawing. And I'm going to make sure that on my next video, which is in just a couple days, on Friday actually, I'll be doing that drawing. So you've only got between now and Friday to go ahead and comment on that to get entered into the drawing. So if you're watching the replay, make sure you say hello, say hi, let us know you're there. Also, go ahead and share this. So share it to a page, maybe your page, share it to a craft group you're part of. That just helps me a ton, gets a little more exposure, and I super appreciate it when you share. So thank you guys so much. That means a ton to me. So let's go ahead and get started because I want to feature today my most favorite tool. And I'm sure you've seen this before. If you watch any of my videos or any of our Stampin' Up! Videos, it's probably the tool most crafters go to most often, and that is our paper trimmer. Yeah. Now, I feel like paper trimmers are overlooked. They're these, they're the item that everyone needs. If you're a crafter, you know you have to have some sort of way to cut your paper. You can do it with scissors, but a straight edge paper trimmer is probably the best way to cut. And I'm sure like me, you've probably tried lots of brands. So I've tried pretty much them all. I've tried from the $10 brands all the way up to the $150 brands. Yes. I purchased one that was $150 because it was the best thing ever, right? I got it, I used it for about a week. I actually used it to cut some customer paper. It shredded my customer's paper. It was mortifying because I didn't have any more. Awful, horrible experience. Needless to say, the $150 trimmer went back in the box and back to where I bought it from. And I should have just bought, you know, a Stampin' Up! Trimmer to begin with. And once our new ones came out, I ordered it right away. So some cool features of the Stampin' Up! Trimmer. For one, the size. So it's portable, it's lightweight, it really is easy to take with you wherever you need to go. It's great for crops, but I use it every day at my desk. So I cut hundreds and hundreds of pieces of paper. I cut all kinds of stuff for classes. I'm constantly cutting stuff with this. And honestly, in the year and a half, a little over a year and a half that I've had it since the new one came out, you can see it's in great shape. Like, I've gone through a couple blades. You're gonna do that if you use it as much as I do. But it's in great shape, and I take it with me everywhere. So I love this thing. A couple of features about it that I love. I love the locking here, so you'll hear it snap. When you put your paper in, it will actually lock down, so that's awesome. You have two blades on it. One is your cutting blade, and that's your darker colored blade here. The other one is your scoring blade. And the nice thing about these, and hopefully you can see, is they tuck away. So if I put a piece of paper in here, just got some handy right here, and I know I'm going to be cutting my paper, look what happens to my paper. It is completely tucked away. Neither of these blades, depending on what side you're using, are going to get on your paper at all. They're going to be tucked out of the way, so you can use your trimmer or you can use your scorer without having to run into each other. So that's super nice. I don't know a lot of trimmers that have that feature where this tucks away. Most of the trimmers I know you have to, like, if you want to use your scoring blade and your cutting blade, you have to take it out and put the new one back in and then take it out. It's pain. So this is super nice. So one of my favorite features there. All right, the other is the size. So you have this really nice cutting area. You can see it easily fits your 12 by 12 paper. Let me grab some 12 by 12 here. So I've got this giant paper. So you've got easily fits your 12 by 12 paper. In fact, you've got half an inch still, maybe a quarter of an inch, about half an inch, still room in there to move your paper. So if you have oversized paper, this is great for that. If you are cutting at an angle, your 12 by 12 paper, look at this. You can actually cut it at an angle because it's going to allow you to go over the edges there, right? It's going to allow you to go larger than the 12 by 12. So that's awesome too. The other thing is this swing arm here, and this is going to be hard to show just because where we are, but with the camera, you've got this giant swing arm. So this swing arm goes all the way out to 17 inches. Now, I don't have 17 inches worth of paper to show, but if I'm cutting a 12 by 12 inch, it's super easy for me to cut and easy for me to measure. It's really fabulous. So you've got that nice arm. It has the lip on it, so your paper sticks really nice to the side, and you're not going to lose your paper or anything there either. So awesome. I love it. I love, love, love our paper trimmer. Like I said, my most favorite tool. It's the tool I grab most often. And really, that's, like I said, for most crafters, I think that's the case. I think we're grabbing, that's probably the first thing that we grab. It's the first thing that we need is a good 12 by 12 or larger paper trimmer. So if you need one, we have probably the best. I'm telling you, love it. If you were just jumping on or if you're watching the replay, make sure you comment, say hi, say hello, and let us know you're there, and that way we can get you entered into the drawing for some beautiful holiday embellishments. We're going to go ahead and just use our paper trimmer today to make some cards. So you can see I've got one here. Let me show you this paper. It is gorgeous. So if you have not had a chance to look through our holiday catalog, I suggest you ask me and get a hold of one. Or just go online. We've got some beautiful papers there. You can go right to tkcrafts.stampinup.net and get quickly into our page. Our host code for this event is our F69RTBMG. So if you're placing an order, make sure that you enter that code. That'll get you some bonus gifts. So this is a Snowflake Spendor Designer Paper, and all of our designer paper tells you on it what colors coordinate. So this coordinates with a variety of our blues and our purple, which is beautiful. So I'll start with this side. Look at this gorgeous paper. I love it. It is all these beautiful blues and purples, and then you have this kind of watercolor effect. So you can tell I've been using a bunch of this paper. You get 2 12x12 sheets of each design, and the designs are double-sided. So I'll flip it over here and show you the back sides. Gorgeous. And then on the back side, again, you've got this watercolor look. Isn't that pretty? I love the purple and the pool party together. Great for backgrounds. And we're going to use a little bit of this for backgrounds today. And then, ooh, I love the little snowflakes. Lots of beautiful snowflakes. Gorgeous print. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. So that is Snowflake Spendor. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. And we're going to use that today. And our paper trimmer. And that's it. That's how we're going to make our cards, which is awesome. So the first card we're going to start with is our Hark the Herald. And we're going to switch that up a bit too. So we're going to start with a piece of Whisper White cardstock. All we need is just one sheet and our paper trimmer. And we're going to cut this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you're literally just cutting your piece of paper right in half. So there's a million different ways to use your paper trimmer. I have demonstrators who use it sideways. I have demonstrators who use it this way with their Stampin' Up. I use mine upside down. I don't know why. I like to have this longer edge at the bottom because that's where I do my cutting. Now, a lot of people do their cutting at the top. It just depends on your preference. It's entirely up to you how you cut your paper. So, and you can use your paper trimmer any way you want, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this to 5 1/2. Super easy to read the dials. It's super easy to read the numbers here. It does go all the way to 16th increments. So if you're getting tiny cuts here, you can do that as well. It does have very nice precision cutting. And then I'm just going to line that up. I'm going to take my blade. I'm just going to roll it across. Super easy. I don't have to apply a lot of pressure. And then I turn it around and I go to 4 1/4, which is halfway. And instead of just folding it in half, I like to score it first. And you'll notice my cutting blade is out of the way. So all I have to do is run my scoring blade over the top. I have a nice score mark here. I'm going to fold that in half. And now I've got my card base. So super easy to do with your paper trimmer. Next, we're going to go ahead and pick out some of this gorgeous paper. I'm going to pick out something different than I used last time. We'll change it up a little bit. I can hear my kiddos. Can you hear them in the living room? Mom's on a live. Everybody yell. No, that's kind of what happens. Let's use this one. This is super pretty. Almost has some purples. I think that's Misty Moonlight in there. So we're going to cut our designer paper down to 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to start with the smallest cut here, 4. And again, super easy. I'm just lining it up. I'm going to close it. It's going to lock. Kicked that other blade out of the way. And 5 1/4. And you noticed I did it the opposite way of I did it last time. That's okay because you've locked your paper in. It's not going anywhere. You're going to get a nice cut every time. So that was 4. We're going to do 5 1/4. Take my cutting blade again. Cut that down. So I've got the perfect trim. I'm also going to cut a piece of the back side. So I want to use this back portion to kind of accent my sentiment. So because they match so well, you can see the colors really go well together. This will just give it a nice highlight. So this I'm going to cut down to 2 3/4. So 2 3/4 by 2 1/2. I think I want more of the dark showing. So let's do 2 1/2 this way. All right. And now I've cut my paper, and that was it. I'm telling you, that was, oh, I do need a little more white. Let me grab a piece of white here. I bet I gotta. Does everybody have pieces of white paper just laying around? I have so much white paper everywhere. If you're just joining us tonight, make sure you say hi, say hello. Let us know you're here. That gets you entered into our drawing. If you are watching the replay, go ahead and make sure you say hi, say hello. That's going to get you entered into our drawing for some of our holiday embellishments. So I've got a little variety pack for you. And that's also, if you share, it's going to get you an extra entry into that drawing. And that drawing will be Friday when I do my next live with one of my other Stampin' Up! Favorite Christmas items. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut the white to 2 1/2 by 2 1/4. So 2 1/2. Let me know if you have any questions about the paper trimmer too. I just had this conversation with a customer who had one of our old paper trimmers. So the blades do not coordinate with the old trimmer. So there are replacement blades available. You can see I've already used one. They come in a pack of 4. I've already used one already. I cut a lot with my paper trimmers, so I go through them a lot. You probably, if you're just doing, you probably won't go through these very often, maybe once a year, right? Or maybe twice a year at the most, if you like a nice sharp cut. Yeah, these ones do not, the new blades do not coordinate with the old paper trimmer. So we did retire our old paper trimmer, which was sad. I know a lot of people loved it, but I'll be honest, I love this one so much more. So this really is an amazing, amazing trimmer. We're going to go ahead and stamp on our little piece of cardstock. And we're going to stamp the Hark the Herald Angels Sing. And that's from the For Unto Us stamp set. And I love this stamp set because it's all sentiments. And they're all Christian-based, I guess, Christmas themed, right? You have Christmas begins with Christ. Merry Christmas, for unto us a child is born, oh come adore him. So some really awesome sentiments in that stamp set, that For Unto Us. I love that. Love, love, love that one. I feel like there's a little bit of purple, definitely some Misty Moonlight in this. I'm trying to decide what color to use. Some navy. I think the purple might be a little too light. I think I'm going to use our Misty Moonlight. So this is one of our new in colors. It's this gorgeous, gorgeous blue. And with our stamps, you don't need to press very hard. I'm just very gently tapping. I usually tap it 2, maybe 3 times at the most. And then I stamp. So I'm going to stamp that right in the center. Look at that gorgeous color. So get that nice blue. I'm going to slide this away before I stick my finger in it. I'm going to use that little bit larger piece of designer paper, the background that I cut, as the background for our sentiment. And I'm just going to use our Stampin' Seal adhesive to get that on there. It doesn't need a lot. This is very sticky adhesive. It's going to stick really well. There we go. just center that on there. I'm going to take my larger piece of paper and I'm going to use some twine on this. So we have this gorgeous twine. Now it comes from the Flowers for Every Season ribbon combo pack. So it actually comes with 3 different ribbons. So it has this beautiful Just Jade gingham. It's got your white. White would look really nice with this too. And it's got the navy and white with silver in it twine. And we're going to wrap this a couple of times around here. So I'm just going to wrap it around maybe twice. 1, 2, and then I'm going to tie it in a bow. There we go. See if I can make a bow on camera. That's the hardest part. It's like pressure. Can you tie a bow while everybody's watching? I'm gonna try. All right, so I'm gonna get that nice and tight on there. Nope. I might have to break out my reverse tweezers. So, if you have reverse tweezers, they are amazing. They hold your bow or your paper in place so you can make these gorgeous bows. Oh, got it. There we go. And then the nice thing about your bow is you can always adjust it where you want it. So I'm going to slide him over just a little bit. There we go. Kind of put him down on the paper a little bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to our card front. So you can see it goes all the way around the back. If it's not quite as tight as you were hoping, you can kind of use your snail adhesive to hold it down. And then I'm going to make sure I got plenty of adhesive on the back. And we'll go ahead and put that on our card front. All right, and then after you've got it on your card front here, we're going to go ahead and put our Hark the Herald Angels Sing, and we're going to put that on with some Stampin' Dimensional. So I like it to be lifted up just a little bit. And you'll notice I only used 1 piece of cardstock, or of designer paper. I just used the back of that designer paper as my accent around here. So they coordinate really well together. Whatever you put on the back, you can put on the front because they're going to match. All the colors are going to match really nicely. And we didn't use anything fancy. We didn't use a punch. We didn't use special scissors. All we used was our paper trimmer. And you can get some awesome cards made just using your paper trimmer. That's it. So don't ever underestimate your paper trimmer. Sometimes just the simplest cards are the best. You pull that paper trimmer out and make sure you're using it. So if you've got one, you can start. If you don't, now's a great time to order it. If you order during our 12 days of Christmas, there are some special gifts that you're going to get in your pack from me, along with some cards and maybe some embellishments, some of our gorgeous holiday paper, but you'll be getting a few extras. So make sure if you want to order it, you're using our host code as well. So that's our Hark the Herald Angel card, and you can see how different our cards are, but they're exactly the same. All I did was add some different paper and a little bit different embellishments. Now we could dress this up further. We have got some gorgeous, gorgeous blue adhesive back gems. So these gems, I'm sure you can see, coordinate so beautifully with this paper. It's all those blues again. So that would be really beautiful on here. We have some snowflakes that would be really pretty on here too. Again, adhesive back snowflakes that I think would look gorgeous. Or, I mean, just pull out some of your regular old rhinestones. I love just using plain old rhinestones on here. Hi, Joan. Hi, Carol. It's nice to see you both. Hopefully you're having a great night. Make sure that you comment if you're watching to get entered into our drawing. Our drawing is going to be on Friday for some holiday embellishments. And you get an extra drawing entry into the drawing if you share it. So be sure to share as well. I'm going to put that one right there. All right. So we're just going to dress this one up and give it a little bit of bling. Sometimes it's nice just to have a little bit of bling, right? All right. It kind of goes with our silver trimmed paper here. So pretty. Again, all we did was use our paper trimmer, guys. Nothing else, nothing fancy, but you can make some really beautiful cards just using your paper trimmer. So let me know if you have questions about our beautiful paper trimmer. Again, it's my most favorite tool that we own by far. So if you order it during our 12 days of Christmas special, I will throw in a few little extra Christmas bonus items for you. It's a great value. So definitely let me know. I'm going to put the link right above if you're watching on Facebook, or right below if you're watching on YouTube. So that you can go right to the page to order. So you don't even have to mess with the host code or anything. It'll be right there for you for your ordering. So thank you guys. Have a great night. Hopefully you liked our cards here. If you were interested in that stamp set, that's the For Unto Us stamp set that we used to go along with our paper trimmer tonight. All right, have a wonderful evening. I will see you all back on Friday night. I have some fun stuff to bring you on Friday. But be watching every single day, because every day I'm going to be sharing a new Stampin' Up! Item on our Facebook page. So if you're watching YouTube, make sure you go ahead and click on our Facebook page below. And I'm going to be featuring one special item, and there's going to be a few contests going on this week, so don't miss out. But I started with my favorite, so our Stampin' Up! Trimmer tonight. Have a really blessed evening, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.